can't do anything about that.
Oh, please, back
It's
seat.
already a spice.
Take a back seat. Our lovely, beautiful, amazing Mary with the voice is here.
Yes, she
Y'all make me feel so
is.
special every time.
You are
I'm here.
so
Stop it. Your voice is like,
You were special. What were you thinking?
How are you, love?
I'm good, thank you. No traffic
look
today, no rain for
amazing.
now, so
I know.
yes.
No trailer.
No
blocking
trailer,
the-
you know?
Mary is always on the drive, like literally always on the go. There's no stopping this woman. And I don't know how she's standing, how she's so exhausted, if we're being honest, but looking so radiant always,
Every day.
glowing.
Every time she comes here, she's like,
Y'all are my motivation.
and she's wearing
Especially
something
this
beautiful.
God is here.
Aww.
Always smiling and glowing.
Oh
like,
my God.
It's like, and you, I can't come here looking like, I just roll out of bed. If you know the women
I wish
you're
we
gonna
could
meet.
too.
I know.
Nah.
With PJs and all. But it's okay.
Family members, there is a matter. We're discussing this matter very intimately and intensely. Very, very important because I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday and I was just mentioning to him, we're talking about this tomorrow. And I asked him questions around his kids and he said a couple of things to me that I'm going to share in the course of the conversation.
Okay.
But it hits you that there's nowhere that we actually get somebody who's teaching us this on a regular.
Yeah.
Our
I
parents
agree.
didn't get it. Our parents didn't get it.
Yeah.
So the way that our parents even tried to teach us, they sort of started to threaten us into.
Oh, yes. Oh,
when,
a threat.
when we understood black and white.
I will give you my full-blown threat story.
Ha.
But
So we got a message from a lovely lady and she said it's okay to call her name. So we're going to call her name. She says, my name is Kate. I'm a young mother of twins, a boy and a girl. She starts with dear ladies, BBB and gifted goddess. She says, my kids are 2.5 years old. So she has twins, a boy and a girl, and they're 2.5 years old. She says, we are already talking about sending them to creche. I have always had a question about sex education as a young girl. And now that I am a mother, I want to ask, when is the right time for sex education for children and how do I go about it? And also, how do I get my husband involved in it too? So there are three
Questions.
it's a three-pronged question.
Right.
And we thought about it, we're like, we can give you our own opinion, but why do we have to when Mary,
with the
the
voice.
holistic
Y'all can
therapist is here?
pick my brain.
Literally, you're going to
course,
open it and
because
pop.
we don't
Put it
even
back.
know
Please
how
put it back when you're done.
we don't even know how to, because we've never been parents before, and how do you start
Right.
having
Oh,
conversations
that's
with
true.
And
a child?
a lot of us grew up with our parents saying, if you get to a certain age when you're seeing your period, they'd say, if you sit on a man, you will get pregnant. That's what they
Sit on.
threaten.
If a man touches
If a man
you,
touches you, is sitting
If you
with
kiss.
No,
Yeah.
you're saying kiss.
kiss.
No, kiss
if
is
a
far.
man touches you,
But
You're
children.
Oh, I'm so sorry
told
for
that.
you people.
This is another reason we wanted to have you in the conversation, because a different perspective and helping parents to see why it might not be a good idea to threaten your children into as a means of sex education.
Right.
So let's start from the beginning. What is sex
Sex
education
education.
for children? Because the focus is children. And we know that this is morning radio, so we'll keep it as radio worthy as possible. But we're going to delve into the issue because it's a family matter.
Basically, you start as early as the child is a toddler. Sounds crazy, but I'll explain.
I know.
Toddler, you as an adult, you are looking at it from the sexual way as an adult. So as a toddler, the way you teach a child, these are my hands, eyes, nose. We do these games with the kids.
Yes.
Mouth, ears. There are songs you even sing with teaching the eyes, nose, whatever.
leave my toes.
Okay, well done. And then and then we stop at the genital areas. We don't go there because it's uncomfortable as adults, because we're adults. We think as adults, but for the kids, they're just body parts.
That's
So
interesting.
kids see them as body parts. I use it it's just there, they play with it. So in our minds, we are sexualizing things, but for the babies, They're just body parts. So you teach them that way. Body parts. When it's shower time, when it's story time, just make it casual. So you as a parent need to get out of your head. First of all, get out of your head. Make it a casual thing. Shower time, putting on your clothes casually. The way when you're doing the eyes, school time, doing homework, no eyes, this, and then you go into it. Breast, nipples, use the proper words.
That's it.
Okay. So the way you would casually do the nose, the eyes, so not only you're teaching the child the body parts, the names, you're building trust very early and making it very not awkward very early. So the child goes into phases from the toddler to nursery. You keep at it. You don't stop. So when you stop, it becomes awkward. So you don't just teach the child going to the crèche. You have to keep at it because the child is evolving. They're learning. So at every phase, they'll be asking more questions. They're becoming smarter. Now, please, if your culture or your belief or your spirituality, religion doesn't support what I'm saying, do you? Because I teach holistic therapy. So, but I have to also consider people's beliefs and religion and things like that. So if it doesn't fit your belief, don't do that.
But it's important to explain why this is important.
So you teach them early the normal dictionary words. No, stay out of your head.
No slangs.
Yes, no slangs.
Terms.
Toddler age, very early. So they're very easy. If you want to now add the no-goes, the boundaries before going to school, when you reach the part that you feel is a no-go part, when you reach there, no. Very early, they know how to say no. Are you hungry? No.
Okay.
Do you want this? No. Do you want this? Yes. So there's a yes and no. They can say very easily at that age 2+.
Okay.
So if you reach the genital areas, you can say no touch, no touch, no touch. So no touch, they are registering things.
So because I know, again, we're trying to keep this as radio worthy as possible, but again, there are important conversations to be had. So for instance, you say your buttocks and you say no touch.
Yes.
So my eyes touch, ears.
Exactly.
So you can do that as a game.
Yes. So the child knows no touch. So if the child now gets back from the crèche and it's easy for them, no touch, and it will tell you this person touch.
Because you've established that from the very beginning.
It's very simple. So it's very easy. The child gets back and say, anybody touch here? No touch, no. But then if someone touches, as a 2-year-old, they say, oh, this touch. They use simple, basic words, just words. They're not really connecting.
Touch, uncle touch, something.
So as they're growing older, you now add more connective words or connecting words and say, okay, don't touch. Nobody touches here. So you're now adding more words. Shower time, play time. Okay, no one touches here. This is your parts. These are your private parts. Even mommy can touch. Even daddy can touch. So you start building the trust from home. That's why it's important for the men to be involved as well, so that you have the male figure involved as well. So if both parents are teaching the same thing, you are building trust, you are building confidence, honesty in the child. So if for any reason I've taught you as a child that even I, as your mother, your father, we can't touch these areas, do you know how quick the child will tell you if another person outside of the two of you touches the no-touch area?
Okay, so this conversation is not for us alone. This conversation is for you too. So if you have questions around sex education for children, let's talk about it. Call in right now and ask the question, or send us a message if you're too shy. It's okay. We can handle it. Send us a message on WhatsApp. Send us a text message. If you want to reach us on WhatsApp, the number is
0705 690027. 0705 69000927. You can call us on that number. You can send us a WhatsApp message on that number. Alternatively, you can call 0802 502 7711.
And if you want to send a text message, it's
0802 502 7711.
okay.
So I wanted to ask, you want to say something?
Yes, I wanted to add this before you continue.
Oh, hold on, Ethan. Sorry, we're going to cut you in. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, call us back. Turn down the volume of your radio and be in a good network space, okay? You wanted to add.
God, it's gone.
Oh, no.
It will come back. It will come back.
Okay, so I wanted to ask, how important is it to actually state the name of the body parts in all of this?
Okay, you said body part. I remember now.
Okay.
Using the word sex education is a bit too harsh for when you're starting off.
Ah,
Okay.
No, because a child, it makes more sense to a child using know your body parts. What does it mean to a child? You're already putting the word sex very early in their minds. What is sex? Well, no, but know your body parts.
but hold on a second. And this is me just holding space for the term sex education.
That's way older.
Important to state. The reason it's called sex education is because it said that we have two sexes, male and female sex.
Know your body parts. Hello?
So, but I
Isn't that
love
the same
this.
thing?
And
Okay.
you said toddler.
Okay.
You said start as a toddler. So how
Yes.
old is a toddler?
A toddler starts from 2, I believe.
Okay.
2.
And if you just joined us
The
and you're
terrible
wondering
twos
how we
starts
got to
from 2.
this, a question about sex education as a young girl. And now that I'm a mother, I want to ask, when is the right time for sex education? Know your body parts for children.
For children,
And how
right.
do I go about it? Also, how do I get my husband involved too? So let's go into that.
Yeah.
How does she get her husband involved at the very beginning?
Okay, so you, as husband and wife, you have a convo. Why are we doing this? The man has to understand. Men are very,
Wonderful.
Yeah. Beautiful.
But it's quite easy if they understand why we're doing it to protect our child, keep them safe. If we have both the understanding we're trying to keep this child safe so they can speak up, even if they have limited words, no very